Hello YouTube and welcome to turn 3 of my Let's Play for Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. We'll start off this time by looking at the demographics. You can see my empire has fallen off very sharply. I have lost just about everything with the sole exception of my military. And that is what's gonna help me get everything back. You can see on that I am the red line and their western rebels are the green line. You can see how I've went down a lot and they have went up a lot. Now at this point, some of you might be, oh yeah, you can see inside some of the cities of the rebels are a bunch of peasants, and my armies are actual armies. And this is what's happening all around my empire. I have armies and they have peasants, and yeah, I'm gonna siege every single one of my cities I can possibly siege. And within a turn or two, this whole map will be red again. So, some of you might be thinking at this point, you fucking noob. I did not think this would work, and now as you can see, you are pretty screwed. Well, I will prove you wrong in just about 10 minutes, my friends. Anyways, one little thing that could slightly tick me off was Mediolanum did not rebel as I would have liked. So my army there is pretty much just gonna wait around for another turn and wasting some time. Not something that I would really like, but the situation kind of calls for it. So right now, look at how much denarii I have. Does like my demolition derby and my bit of conquests have kind of paid so that I can still remain positive for this turn. And next turn, that'll definitely go negative because I simply do not have the tax revenues to pay for my troops otherwise. A quick note about my armies: there's actually two magical numbers. There's two magical numbers. One is 4, the other is 6. 4 is the number of units you need to make a battering ram, and 6 is the number of units you need to make a siege tower or sap point. And that is making that within one turn, because I don't want to wait around for 2 turns and build stuff. Okay, so there's a couple of cities that are not sieged this turn, but my armies will proceed there afterwards. So, as always, my war against the Barbarians has not come to an end. Oh, see here, Vicus Franchi is gonna rebel next turn, so I'm doing the same as I did in the first turn, which is to destroy all the military buildings, raise the taxes, and move my army out, so that when it does rebel, it will only form a large army of peasants, which is quite easy to crush with just about any army that I could muster up. And here you can see that I have moved part of this original army up first. Those were the units that were not depleted, and I had the depleted units stay back for one turn and retrain. So when the vanguard, if you will, reaches the settlement and sieges it, it's going to take one turn, during which time the retrained units can catch up. That's a pretty good trick, I think, to minimize the time that you're marching around the map. And the more time the AIs have to build up, the more dangerous they're going to be. So if I can pull... And that's another reason why I like to blitzkrieg the map early. Because, like, say, after 20 turns or so, the AIs are probably going to be having, like, 20 unit stacks. At which point, well, you're gonna have to match them with those kind of huge stacks, or you're not gonna win. The situation in England is pretty much the same as it was before. I'm gonna sail my army which has just taken Dalrada to take Ireland, and that will pretty much knock out the Celts. As you can see, I'm continuing my task of honoring Mr.Jesus by building all kinds of Christian settlements, Christian shrines all over my empire, and crushing the heathen pagans. Okay, I'm gonna wipe out that little army, but I don't want it to retreat, so it'll take as few men as possible that I could win with. Okay, that's even too large. Okay, whatever. That's fine. I'll just wait for the ships then with this army. Okay. This video is actually in this video, I'm actually going to play out 2 turns because in this turn there's not a single battle that's going to actually occur. So to keep things interesting and keep it around keep this video around 20 minutes or so, I will be playing parts of turn 4 later on, and that's when things are really exciting. You can see my controlled rebellion strategy unfold, and Rome will once again become the alpha Jew of the ancient world. You can see right there, the Saxons were sieging that city. That's going to cost me a turn. I can't siege them when they are sieging it. And I can't attack them. I don't have the movement points to attack them this turn. Okay, this is my army that is going to backstab the Eastern Empire and take Constantinople. But it's going to take a while. Okay. Now I think I will end the turn. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I record the videos first and then I add the commentary later. And another thing that might be typical is you probably see when I'm recording, it almost always starts from Masella, and that's because I have my record key set to home, and pressing home in this game brings you to your capital. So okay. You can see more of my cities are renouncing me as their imperator, and now my treasury is actually in the deficit because I had to pay my troops during the off turn. One more turn in the deficit and bad things are probably going to happen to me, but it's not going to go there because I can deal with it right now. You can see the Masella is producing a disgusting deficit of 10,000. Yeah. 20,000 math. Not my day. Yeah, I'm an engineer major. This is kind of shameful, really. Anyways, there's some of the settlements where I can win by auto resolve, and others where the where the AI thinks the peasants are actually worth something. That's defending their home from this malevolent tyrant who's going to kill everyone is gonna give them huge stat boosting abilities. Well, I don't really like that because for anyone who's actually played this game a lot, you know that peasants are absolute crap when it comes to fighting. I don't really understand how the auto resolve can go in their favor when the armies are pretty much even, but I guess the difficulty level is what's making the balance tip. So anyways, I'm auto-resolving the ones that I can, because if I'm gonna fight all of these, that's gonna take just way too long. I do not have the time for that. At this point, you might be asking, isn't there perhaps a more efficient way, or something that's just a little bit more peaceful instead of mass slaughtering your ex-citizens? Well, looking at my treasury, there probably isn't. Nothing builds up a war chest quite as fast as taxation by the sword, as I would like to call it, and as you can see, it's a very respectable 5-digit number as of now. And besides, those citizens are no longer my citizens; they are rebel scum, and they deserve every little bit coming to them. Right now, I am going to fight 2. Actually, I will show 2 of the siege battles where auto-resolve will make me lose. One will be a city with wooden walls, the other will be a stone wall. All the other ones are pretty much very similar or easier, so I think these 2 will best illustrate what I'm going to be doing as of now. All the other ones I will do off-screen, of course. Yeah, 2 battles per turn I think is a pretty good number. If I'm gonna do show more, I'm probably just gonna be not talking the whole time because I'll probably run out of things to say. If past experience tells me anything, is that if I, well, the more successful commentators, there's usually not a lot of silence in their videos, so I'm gonna try to do that. Well, right now I'll try to keep my videos short, but later on I'll probably just be able to monologue the whole time without like too much preparation. So here, like, there's a lot of peasants. They're not very good in the melee. They die fast and they can't kill very fast. The AI still thinks they can probably win this battle. Yeah, it puzzles me. So I'll douse them with a bit of Pila, which makes them run back from the gate. The AI does that. If they're getting hit by missiles, they will just run amok like idiots. Getting tired, so that when your troops actually do enter the city and attack, they will have less stats because they are tired. So I'll douse them with a bit of Pila too, and here comes the engagement. Everyone goes into the city, and watch just how efficient peasants are in a fight. Well, I'll show the results later, but right now it's just going to be a mass slaughter of traitorous and rebellious peasants. Like they'll rout maybe 5 seconds into combat after killing like none of my guys. You see, I'm not bringing in all of my cavalry because this is a city battle, and especially on this kind of a Roman city battle, the streets are very, very narrow, making cavalry kind of difficult to use. So I'm just gonna use like some and not all because yeah, you kind of get my point. Like earlier, what I was saying about basically this whole controlled rebellion plan in general. Unlike what other people might try to do, like lowering taxes and temporarily keeping your people happy, this plan permanently solves your problems by conversion to Christianity, during which you are indifferent to the population's happiness, and taxation by the sword, which, as you just saw right now, builds me a huge stack of denarii in a very short amount of time. So with that much denarii and with my cities happy, I could proceed from this point to concentrate all of my attentions upon the barbarians, and because I can hire a lot of units and not worry about my backlines, from this point on, this game gets precipitously easier. Maybe not battle-wise, but definitely campaign-wise. So as you can see, I have mopped up like a lot of peasant units already, taking almost no casualties on my part. Right now, I will lure your general out of the town square, with my general, of course, and then I will follow up with my infantry, effectively sandwiching your general between my units. This battle will kind of go badly for me. I know that because I'm not doing live commentaries, because my level of monologuing in front of the computer is right now is kind of like lowish, maybe 1 or 2. So my general dies pretty quickly, but I can pull him out. Yeah, cavalry in this game is kind of like that. They don't ever really get caught. If you issue a move order, they will go there, even if bogged down in a lot of units. They will die on the way out though, so it's not exactly free. Anyways, as you can see in the later parts of that battle, I pretty much just fast forwarded the whole thing, showing exactly how much peasants are worth, even when they're fighting for maybe a justified cause. A bigger stick is always better than a bigger heart, at least in a battle. Yeah, here's the second battle. This one features a stone walls. They are kind of they are a bit messier because they have a tower. The towers on the stone walls that will actually shoot your units that are attacking the gate, unlike the wooden city. So what I would usually like to do is use a sap point, create a hole, and then just march in from there. Wait, where is that? Like at first I was kind of confused. Why do I only have ladders and not a sap point? But you can see it's a kind of a bit out to the front. I realize that at this point. yeah, I haven't really played a lot of these Stonewall battles before, which is kind of why I'm kind of confused right now. But that will clear up very fast, and I will win this battle very decisively later on. Okay, right now it's just me moving up. The that sad point is out of the tower range, so I can pretty much deploy behind it without any impunity. Why am I so worried about casualties? Well, now I still cannot effectively retrain my armies, because not because of a lack of funds now, but because of a lack of military buildings. Yeah, I had this coming to me when I destroyed all my military buildings on turn 1, but it was necessary, to say the least. If I did not, the armies, this opposing army I would be fighting right now would consist of units that would more or less be a match for my own, and that would be that I could not say guarantee a victory against these kind of armies, and that will and if I lose one or two, I will. Yeah, it's going to delay my campaign a lot and my army's ability to advance. So, since there is a clear line of fire from our archers, I thought I probably should just use that to my advantage, as much as possible, and then charge in with my melee infantry. Also, I would rather not do the melee fight within range of the towers, because yeah, I do not want to take unnecessary casualties. So the AI retreated. I'm going to move up a unit of archers in loose formation first to absorb as much fire as possible. Yeah, units in loose formation are harder to hit, obviously, because they're more spread out. I'm going to run my cav forward first, and then follow up with my infantry. I'm just going to do like a mad dash so that I am out of the range of the tower. The tower is gonna get a lot more kills in the peasant. The enemy towers are gonna get a lot more kills than the enemy peasants ever will actually. So I see that unit of peasants in a very perfect place to be sandwiched, and that's kind of its opportunity that's too good to pass up. So yeah, that unit is screwed beyond belief. I'm not gonna fight the other units. I'm just gonna rush for the town square, because once I'm there, the AI will have to pull its units to fight me, or they will lose. And there they won't have the towers to help them, and their units are spread out, so I could muster up a superior portion of my army against theirs. A lot of things are going in my favor. Yes, I know. Okay, so this is pretty simple, really. Get my cavalry out to the flanks, advance my infantry up the center. I'll just leave my archers on the outside of the town. This is a melee fight now, and they're not going to be too useful. So I see the AI general going after my cavalry, but I mean my general, but there isn't a lot of room to maneuver in this town. They're going to catch me, so I'll just stay in the melee and have my infantry rush over to help. My Federati cavalry, despite them being rather crappy and costing a lot, they can demolish a unit of peasants in a melee, so I'll just let them do that. Yeah, so once my Federati infantry surrounds their general, the general will die very quickly. The same thing with my Federati cavalry against the peasants. This battle has, yeah, so fast forwarding the whole thing from here. My casualties are minimal, whilst the peasants are gonna all die. No survivors, no mercy for rebel scum. I will kill them all. Continue battle, do not end. Yeah, so those two battles are pretty exemplary of all the battles that are going to be fought during this turn, and I will see if there's anything else that I could show within this video.
Rome has conquered.
Okay, I did some of the other battles off screen, and well, the ones that I could do, and amassed a pretty impressive number of denarii in the process. Right now, I have I have 6 digits of denarii, very respectable in any means, and my demographics will pretty much all go up next turn, forming the shape of a V, and I will call it a video for now, and things are looking very much better. For those of you who are doubting my strategy, I have shown that it kind of works, and if you have suggestions, as usual, please leave a comment, and I will do what I can next time.